Most people don't ruin their lives with one big mistake. They do it with small excuses they repeat every day. Excuses that sound reasonable, comfortable, even intelligent. The Stoics warned about this long before modern psychology existed. The mind will protect comfort before it protects truth. And if you don't challenge that voice, it quietly decides the limits of your life. Today, we're breaking 10 of the most dangerous lies people tell themselves. The ones that destroy discipline, delay purpose, and slowly hollow out potential. Not with motivation, but with philosophy, psychology, and hard clarity. Let's start with the most common lie of all. Lie 1. I just need more motivation. This is the most dangerous excuse because it sounds logical. People say it as if motivation is a prerequisite, as if disciplined action is something that arrives after you feel ready. Psychology tells us the opposite. Motivation is not the cause of action, but rather the reward for it. The brain releases dopamine after movement begins, not before. Waiting for motivation is neurologically backward. The Stoics understood this intuitively. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while sick, exhausted, grieving, and under constant pressure. He didn't ask how he felt. He asked what the moment required. He wrote, "At dawn, when you struggle to get out of bed, tell yourself, I am rising to do the work of a human being." That line matters. Not the work you feel like doing, not the work that excites you, the work of a human being. Discipline begins the moment you stop negotiating with your emotions. If you keep telling yourself, I'll start when I feel motivated, you train your mind to wait, and waiting becomes your default identity. 2. I'll start when things calm down. This lie is quieter and more seductive. It promises responsibility later, without discomfort now, but life doesn't calm down. Only your nervous system adapts. Psychology shows the brain uses future plans as a form of emotional escape. I'll start next month soothes anxiety today, even if nothing actually changes. That relief becomes addictive. Stoicism cuts straight through this illusion. The Stoics trained under the assumption that life would remain unstable, that pressure, uncertainty, and disruption were permanent features, not temporary obstacles. Waiting for perfect conditions is not patience. It's avoidance dressed up as wisdom. Every time you delay action until life is easier, you reinforce a dangerous belief that you can only function in comfort. And comfort weakens you faster than failure ever could. 3. This is just who I am. This lie hides behind self-acceptance. People say it like they're being honest, even humble, but most of the time it's not acceptance, it's identity protection. Modern psychology calls this self-handicapping, using labels to protect the ego from responsibility. I'm just not disciplined. I've always been like this. I'm not built for consistency. Those statements don't describe reality. They freeze it. Epictetus saw this clearly. He warned that the moment you confuse your current habits with your nature, growth stops. He said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Why? Because growth requires abandoning old identities. And the ego hates that. When you cling to, this is just who I am, you don't need to try, and you never have to risk failing. But you also never change. True self-knowledge isn't saying, this is me. It's saying, this is who I've been, and I'm no longer obligated to remain here. 4. I work better under pressure. This one feels productive, even impressive, but it's mostly a neurological trap. What people call working better under pressure is often just adrenaline addiction. Last-minute stress releases adrenaline and cortisol. Those chemicals sharpen focus temporarily, so the brain mistakes panic for performance. But here's the cost. Adrenaline-based productivity destroys consistency, damages sleep, and trains avoidance. You're not performing well, you're escaping consequences just in time. The Stoics didn't train in emergencies. They trained daily, quietly, long before pressure arrived. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait for crisis to practice restraint or discipline. He built character when no one was watching, so pressure simply revealed it. Pressure doesn't build character. It exposes what's already there. If your system only works when everything is on fire, it's not a system, it's a liability. 5. I still have time. This lie doesn't feel urgent, which is why it's lethal. The human brain is terrible at sensing time accurately. Psychology shows we treat the future as abstract and unlimited, especially when no immediate consequence is visible. So urgency disappears. Seneca warned about this over 2,000 years ago. He wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." This excuse doesn't shout, it whispers, "I'll take this seriously next year. Once things settle, I'll focus. I'll get disciplined eventually." But identity is shaped by repetition, not intention. Every time you delay action, you're still practicing something, avoidance, and avoidance compounds. You don't wake up one day without time. You wake up one day without momentum, and momentum is far harder to rebuild. 6. I'm just not lucky like others. This one is insidious because it appeals to fairness. Psychology calls this external locus of control, the belief that your circumstances, luck, or other people dictate your life. It feels comforting. After all, if it's not your fault, you don't have to try harder. But this lie erodes agency. The Stoics rejected it centuries ago. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Marcus Aurelius faced plague, betrayal, and endless political instability. Yet he never blamed luck. He focused on what he could control: his character, his judgment, his actions. When you rely on luck as an excuse, you train your mind to wait for outside conditions. Control is ceded, opportunity is missed. 7. I can't change people or situations. We all tell this one when we feel powerless in life or work. Modern psychology shows that helplessness is contagious. The more we believe we can't influence outcomes, the less effort we exert. This is called learned helplessness. But philosophy offers a counter. Stoicism teaches, focus on what is within your sphere of influence. You cannot stop the storm, but you can set your sail. Even Miyamoto Musashi, wandering Japan with a sword in hand, knew this principle. He could not control who challenged him or when danger would appear, but he controlled his response, his timing, and his strategy. Power lies not in controlling others, but mastering yourself. That's the difference between being reactive and being unstoppable. 8. I deserve this comfort. This lie is deceptively sweet. After everything I've been through, I deserve to relax. I deserve a break. Psychology calls this self-reward bias. We convince ourselves we're entitled to ease, which temporarily soothes guilt or effort. But this subtle indulgence trains weakness. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort to build resilience. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Even in the samurai tradition, as Musashi describes in the Book of Five Rings, mastery required constant self-discipline. You never deserved comfort. You earned it through consistent action. If every difficulty is avoided, the mind shrinks. Comfort is seductive, but it silently erodes potential. 9. I'm too busy right now. This excuse feels practical. It even sounds responsible. But psychology shows it's often a mask for avoidance. We convince ourselves that the things that matter most can wait, because there's always something urgent. The truth? Life's demands never stop. There will always be emails, meetings, distractions, or noise. Seneca warned us, It is not that we have too little time to do all that we must do, but that we waste so much of it. Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling an empire under constant crisis, carved time for reflection, writing, and self-improvement. The difference between the mediocre and the exceptional isn't having free hours. It's how you allocate attention and act despite pressure. Stop letting busy become a shield. Your priorities define your life, not the chaos around you. 10. I'll change tomorrow. Procrastination disguised as hope. Psychology calls this temporal discounting. The mind values immediate comfort over long-term benefit. Every tomorrow you promise yourself is a rehearsal of avoidance, not action. Epictetus knew this well. Don't act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. The Stoics remind us, action is the antidote to self-deception. Change is always possible, but only if you start today. Waiting is the silent enemy of potential. The most dangerous lies are the ones whispered by your own mind. They keep you comfortable, safe, and small. But philosophy and psychology both offer the same answer. Truth is freedom, and action is courage. Challenge your excuses. Observe where comfort has been ruling. Take the smallest step today that your excuse self says you can't. Because mastery over life doesn't come from waiting, planning, or hoping. It comes from seeing the lies you tell yourself and refusing to obey them. If this video hit uncomfortably close, that's good. It means growth is knocking. And now I want to hear from you. Which excuse have you been repeating? And what step will you take today to face it? Comment below and let's start the conversation. Remember, every small action builds the life you're capable of living. Before you go to watch the next video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. This helps the YouTube algorithm push my videos to more people who may desperately need them. Join our Calmers community, where we work to better ourselves and master our lives with philosophy and ancient mindsets. Thank you.